Yeah. My glove, it doesn't fit. So, the first time I heard about a double connection, man, it was in class, and it was probably when I was like a third period apprentice, probably my orientation class, honestly. Maybe the second, I don't know, dude, but it was way back in the day. It was non-union. I never heard about a double connection. I never really knew what a double connection was. I never knew what a regular connection was until I finally got to it. And then, you know, I get into the union and they explain what a double connection is. And, you know, they have these videos and these pictures. And I'll be honest, dude, it looked sketchy. It looked very sketchy, dude. You know, it looked like something that I was like, how, like I was just like, you know, like, how does that work, bro? How are you comfortable enough to like how does the building not, how does that beam not fall off? All right. And then I hear about OSHA holes, and yeah, the OSHA holes, they make things a lot easier, dude. And I thought it would be like, all right, OSHA holes, problem solved, you know, double connections, who cares about them, right? And then I get on a job with a double connections, and dude, it's a whole different story, bro. Like, it's sketchy, it's complicated. Some of them are easy, some of them work how they're supposed to work, but, you know, long story short, things don't always work the way they're supposed to. You know, I'm gonna explain a little bit in the video, you know, some tips, some tricks, and, you know, basically my experience with the double connection, dude. But just keep in mind, dude, just don't be scared, don't be nervous. You know, luckily, I mean, I was honest with the company. I was like, I've never really done a double connection. So they put me up there with a journeyman who knew what he was doing, and he kind of taught me the way. And, you know, and it wasn't so hard once you know, figure out the right way to do it the first time. After that, it's just a matter of doing little tiny things to make it a little bit faster, a little bit better, a little bit easier on both sides, you know, both partners right there. So, yeah, that's my process going into what a double connection is and how to take care of it. I'm not 100% sure of the benefits as far as, you know, the engineering or the structural integrity or whatever. I'm not sure what a double connection, what the benefits are of a double connection. The only thing I can really think of is it would save material, save time from welding. You know, you can see here these clips, they're bolted on and they are snapped with a TC gun. And yeah, there's no plate right there that we're connecting to. It's just all bolting up. So there isn't much welding as far as the double connection goes. Hold it. So here's the sketchy part, is taking the nuts off the bolts. You know, when I first did it, I thought that the bolts would come loose or that they might fall out or whatever, but you know, I just learned that actually the weight of the beam just kind of stuck them in place. And so when you're installing one side of whatever beam you're installing first, you know, try to stick the bolt as far as you can so you have enough space to stick the next beam and just let it stab in there. Pinched me right in my thigh. Good. First thing I want to address is communication. It's very important, honestly, anytime you're connecting, to be talking back and forth with your partner. You know, you got to learn to be loud, you got to learn to be confident, and, you know, tell them what you need, tell them when they're good, and, you know, just make sure you're communicating. And the second thing is, when you have your tool in there, dude, you never want to stab the tool completely in there, you know, because then you don't have room to move around. And especially with a double connection here, the way I have the tool in the back, you know, it's a little bit thicker because you got the beam, you got the web of the beam, and then you have the angle. So, you know, have the tool stabbed in the piece, but just enough to where you can work the tool still, or you can still move it around and do whatever you want with the beam. Also, usually when you connect your side first, you want to be first to cut loose. So keep that in mind.
Yes, sir. Get a little motherfucker. There's two.
So on the opposite side, once your partner says it's good, see here you're pushing. So it's important to have the piece positioned, you know, pretty close to where it's gonna go. Normally we have when we're signaling the crane, we put the piece right over the connection. We lower one side down. We let them get their side. While the other side, once they're ready, we push it down into place, and just like so. One very important part of connecting is helping out your partner. You know, you guys are a team. You guys need to learn to work with each other, kind of learn, you know, how each other work. And yeah, just that's it. You know, it's very frustrating when, you know, you guys can't find a rhythm, you know, when you guys aren't communicating. When, you know, one of my biggest pet peeves, dude, I'm going to be honest right now, is when I'm pushing, dude, my partner's not pulling. Or if I'm pulling, they're not pushing. And, you know, it's just like, I've had that a few times. And, you know, it's just, you want to just, you know, it's heavy steel that you're working with, man. All right. And, you know, if you guys can help each other out as much as you can while you're up there, do that.
Yeah. I gotta get the bottom ones. Cable up. Hold that.
So the reason I'm doing the bottom hole right here is because this is what is considered an OSHA hole. Okay, the next clip, a lot of these connections, they were done this way, but some of them weren't. And so they had to be installed, you know, how you saw before. But right here, if installed correctly, you know, it's just like any other connection. You don't have to take any of the nuts off. You don't have to do anything. It's just, you install one side first, and then, you know, you install the next side. And I have in the past put the bolt on the wrong side, or in the wrong hole, and, you know, it is what it is. So you gotta learn how to do both things. But at the same time, you know, learning the sequence, you know, paying attention, you know, you can see here on the piece, the angles are offset. So you got to pay attention to that before the piece gets to your hands. And so you know which bolt hole you're going in first. Not the top hole, but you're doing the very bottom, because the next one, that top hole is designated for the next beam.
This sucks. Usually, fuck. Yeah, I got a lot to tighten, dude. What up?
So on this specific instance, you know, speed kind of became a factor. And instead of having to tighten all the bolts and having to do all that, I just stuffed the top ones. And, you know, that's something that you can do, and you can kind of mess with it later. You can tighten the nut later. But, you know, as far as getting the erection up and, you know, getting the piece out of there and getting the piece count up, you know, do whatever's quickest, and, you know, fix it if you can later.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is what it is.
What's that? Yeah, the header's fucked off.
Use the body. Use the body.
Cable down.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hold that. Guess we're going back to the top bolt now.
Fucking shit, dude.
What the fuck? Can you send it my way at all?
Here's also an important reason to make sure that you're tooled up. I don't know exactly where my speed bolt was at, but you know, stick your speed bolt in there, tighten it up, get 2 bolts in there, cut that mother loose.
Yeah. Why? I just got 1 bolt. Yeah.